Good Tuesday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. And I, the person being glad to do the seeing and to be seen, am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Tuesday night. And literally moments before I went live, I got some very wonderful news. And the wonderful news is this: Heidi and Eric are rapidly on the mend. Thank goodness for Big Pharma, at least in this context. They will be joining us as special guests on Thursday, along with artist John Murakami. And we're going to talk about cool stuff that Gaxland has been doing and all kinds of fun stuff. So the important thing is not them being here. The important thing is them being well. And I'm really, really, really happy about that. So we will have them as guests on Thursday. Hopefully, their health is more important than them being here. If they're like, we need just a little bit more to recover, that's fine. That's fine. But I will bring you guys a show on Thursday. I will definitely bring you guys a show on Thursday. So fear not. Everybody, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you've all elected to join us tonight. And we have a pretty good show. If you're new to what we do here, if you're one of our more recent subscribers, first of all, thank you. Second of all, welcome. But if you haven't yet clicked the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications, let me impose upon you and ask you to do that if you would, please. That would be so very, very helpful. It would just be super cool. So Tuesday nights are a little special around here because Tuesday nights we get together, myself and a crew of really awesome tabletop gamers. We get together and we play first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I've got some cameras, I've got some mics, I've got them brought over into StreamYard, and we share it with you guys. And I get it, okay? You're like, oh, you're grabbing for that brass ring of big streaming TTRPG shows. Not so much. I think we've got a pretty unique approach to things around here, because here's the thing: I don't want this to be a passive event for you guys. I don't want you to sit there on your couch with your phone, your laptop, your tablet, or watching your TV, or sitting in your den in front of the computer, wherever you're enjoying us, going, oh, well, I guess this is just entertainment. If you have a question, because if you have a question, I want you to ask us live in the chat. I want you to ask us, and I want you to just fire away. Just fire away and say, hey, what's up with armor classes? Why do you keep saying negative armor classes are good? Because maybe you don't know your way around first edition AD&D. Maybe you're just learning it. Maybe you're just getting interested in it and you've never checked it out. Maybe it's been years. Maybe it's been a minute or two since you last played and you would like to know a little bit about how we play our game around here. Maybe you're currently playing and you're just like, I see you do it this way. Well, I have a question about this. Ask in the live chat. Ask in the live chat, and I will do my level best to answer that question for you. If I don't answer your question, someone in the game might be able to answer the question, or they may say, hey, Bill, so-and-so asked you a question. But if not one of us, then one of the audience, because as I always say, I have the smartest and the best looking audience of all of the 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG live stream shows on YouTube. And that's a hill that I will kill on. So don't be shy. Don't think that, well, I can't answer that question because, or I can't ask that question because what am I? I'm just a person sitting out here in TV land. And the answer of course, the response to that is, no, you're not. You're one of my guests here on the show as much as anyone else is. And I thank you for taking your time out. And for those of you who haven't clicked the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications, I have no mode turned on that says, well, you must be a member. You must do this. You must do that. Maybe you're just stopping by and you're like, is this the channel for me? Is this what I want to watch? Is this what I want to take in? And if after checking this out, you feel like it is, I would ask that you click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications. I guess some folks wandered off, but let's manifest that 69, 70 plus that we had going a few days ago, and let's cruise into the great underground online gaming convention here in just a month and change, and with 7,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think it would be awesome. And you know what else is awesome? Or I should say, who else are the people that I have playing AD&D tonight? Dice Tale says, how does weapon speed and reach work? Weapon speed is a good tiebreaker for initiative ties. It can be a good determinant of whether or not you get walloped before your spell goes off or after your spell goes off. And weapon length is exceptionally important when you're attacking from the second rank. Those are very important things. So anyway, what else do we have going on? Oh yes, we have some awesome guests here, and I'm gonna put on my studio cans, as they say, kind of a lurid sounding term, but there we are. I'm gonna pop these headphones on, and I'm gonna bring some people in. I'm gonna welcome, because they're hanging out in the green room right now. They're drinking up all the Hennessy I got on my shelf and enjoying the pistachios. So let me get them out of there before they eat me out of house and home. And welcome to our tabletop, this wonderful group of gamers that we have. Some of them you might know, some of them, particularly if you're a new subscriber, you might not know these people at all. But I think by the end of the night, you're going to say, that's a cool group, and I want to get to know them a little bit better. So first up, first order of business, this guy has a small but growing and extremely informative YouTube channel here. He plays Durek Donegard the Paladin. Everybody welcome Doomsword Deathmaster, and you can find him at Doomswords here on YouTube. Good evening, my friend. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It is going very well. And speaking of YouTube channels, and believe me, this won't be the last time. The next person back there, kind of in the tunnel, waiting for the announcement, is a cat who has, I think, one of the cooler niche TTRPG channels here on YouTube. You can find him over at D&Disability. Everybody, please welcome Thane Kyle as Holder the Cleric. He is at D&Disability here on YouTube. Good evening to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and thanks for your comment on my most recent history video. I know I'll be not doing TTRPG stuff at the moment, but, I have to indulge my actual degrees.
Sure, exactly. Well, it'll come around, hopefully, So I said we weren't finished with the TTRP, or rather with the YouTube content. So this guy here, look out, folks, because he is burning up the charts, as we used to say in the music game. He has got a YouTube channel where he talks about writing, novelists. He interviews pretty smart folks and me occasionally. He talks about TTRPG subjects, pop culture, everything. It is a buffet, if you will, of very cool topics, and you can find him at Timothy Imholt here on YouTube. Everybody, please welcome, Timothy Imholt as Elminar, the magic user. Tim!
Hello, everyone. How are you? You can't talk back to me. I just thought I would ask.
All right. And last and absolutely not least, this guy, he's an awesome dude to have around. He doesn't need a YouTube channel to be awesome. He's just awesome in general. He also plays Gamma World with us on Friday nights, which we're hoping to get back to real soon. He is wearing two hats. One is soft and the other is pointy like a wizard's hat. Everybody, please welcome Kevin as Don Drexel, the magic user thief. Kevin, how are you, brother?
Yo.
All righty. So last week we left in media res. We left on what I believe the kids today are calling cliffhanger. You guys were once again in the kitchen within the confines of the Slavers Stockade. As you entered the place, the entire room filled with a deathly pale fog. You were set upon on both sides by vicious gangs of attackers as your thief scouted ahead. As the dude marched bravely into the fog, you heard a scream of terror, then an awful rending and tearing sound as blood pours to the floor from his broken body. D and Disability Holder is just close enough you can make out a frightening looking silhouette there looming in the fog, perhaps 20 or 30 feet away from you, dropping the corpse, or, well, hopefully not the corpse, but the unmoving form of your recent ally to the floor, and you hear heavy footfalls coming out of the fog towards you. Meanwhile, our brave warriors, we have Paul, who's an NPC. Of course, that means I'll be running him. And we have Dirk Donegard squaring off on his own. So, gentlemen, let's get our actions for the new round. We're going to start with you, Doom Sword. What is Dirk doing in the round, please? Contemplating his next move. We'll come back to it. All right. So how about Holder there, the Indisability? What is he up to?
Sure. So do I have enough sight to cast Sticks to Snakes?
You can see the target enough that you could cast Sticks to Snakes, yes.
Because I don't think spell resistance has anything to do with conjured snakes. So I'm going to attempt it nonetheless.
All right, so you're going to Sticks to Snakes. Next up, Tim Elminar. Your vision cannot penetrate the fog, but is there anything you'd like to do?
I am completely out of spells, so I am going to sit here and hope I don't die.
You know what? I think that speaks existentially for the largest part of humanity, but we'll philosophy tube one other day.
I am going to encourage the dude to rush forward and try to kill them.
Well, the dude has done so, and you've heard the cries of pain and so on. Kevin, how about Don Drexel? What is he doing?
Well, I was entering the room last session, I guess, but I didn't actually see anybody. It was dark, foggy,
very foggy.
Yeah,
you can hear to your left and your right of the entrance, right. And just faintly see your friends in battle.
Yeah, I think Paul was to my left, and I'd gone to the right to assist Dirk.
Paul to the left of you, Dirk on the right. Here you are, stuck in the middle with me.
There is a continual light spell going. I don't know if that helped at all.
It does. It's casting silhouettes. It's not giving you like full fidelity vision, but it is casting some silhouettes. And we come back around to Doom Sword. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah. So I didn't get to make a intention.
Yeah, that's why I'm coming back to you.
Yeah, vocals crapped out. So I'm over on the right hand side around that corner. So we came into the room. I'm around that corner.
Yes.
And I'm involved in a full on melee that's on me, right?
Yes.
We killed a couple of them, it looks like, but I'm like fully involved in this scenario. So yeah, I'm gonna attack.
You're just continuing to press the attack.
Are they
Yeah,
still
absolutely.
Are they still under the conditions of the haste spell? Because I did cast that last time. It was my
Yes,
last
they
spell.
are. So that is a pair of attacks for anyone in melee at this point. So you know what? I'm
And
going to step. Go ahead, Dims.
I apologize, but yeah, and we had heard, I don't know if you mentioned it, but we had heard the cackle of some creature in the fog or whatever, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
spooky.
So I thought about getting some batting. I think we have a bag or two from the girls doing their crafts and putting it down as the fog, but then I wouldn't be able to see anything tactically either. So it would look good if we were in person. I'm going to step around there and fix the focus and also stand up the miniature for the dude. So you folks give me just half a second, and then we'll come back and we'll roll initiative.
For those who care, there are some excellent terrain options out there for fog, particularly for like 2-dimensional effects. I have a bunch out there, but one of my favorites, ironically, is just to get your hands on some old overhead projector clear plastic. And then you can do whatever you want with it, whether make circle templates for Fireball or whatever else. But it's an excellent thing that you can just lay down and use that to delineate whatever you want. You can color it however you want, do whatever.
Yeah, if you use oil-based paints, you could paint on them and then stick them in your oven and make shrinky dinks.
True.
My shrinky dinks always came out all curly.
Yeah, they don't flatten out if you're not keeping the heat even. Yeah, it's kind of a little hard to do.
That's
I bet you
Color
that most of
forms
the
were
audience doesn't
superior.
even know what the hell that is.
all right.
Yeah, like I said, color forms are superior to
It's not
shrinky
shrinky
dinks.
dinks. It's shrinkage.
Yeah, the color
That's a
forms are
different
already
topic.
made, so you don't even have to do work.
Now, here's an interesting piece of trivia that I discovered. For those of you who are craftily inclined and you want to do shrinky dinks, if you go to your local supermarket, bakery, or deli or whatever, those clear plastic containers, same plastic. All you have to do is treat them the same way you would shrinky dinks plastic, and they will do exactly the same thing in the oven. So, at any rate, gentlemen, for our audience's clarity, we have Paul locked in mortal combat with 2 blackguards here. We have Durek squaring off against a trio here. Both of you have caused casualties. We have somewhere in the fog, in this general direction, we have our good cleric Holder. Somewhere over here is the fallen body of the dude. Here stands Elminar, watching, hoping that there is some way he can lend aid to his friends. And finally, here, of course, is Don Drexel, who is turning to aid Durek. So let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll just start at the top of the list that you folks can see. Hopefully, DD Dice isn't playing up tonight. So Dooms, go ahead and give us a D6 roll. I'm hoping we'll see this on the screen.
Nice.
Okay, a 6 and a 1. So here are some attacks coming. One of the 2 figures is attacking you. Dooms.
Right on.
Well, actually, 2 of them are attacking you, and 1 is not.
Bring them all.
18, your prop from evil is going to turn that into a 16. Thank Kyle. I apologize. I don't have my notes from last week up. Did you have a blesser prayer going?
I originally did, but I don't. I do know that the bless only has at this point like 1, maybe 2 rounds left. The prayer has a bit more time.
Okay. All right. So they are covered by that. So that essentially comes back down to a much less intimidating amount from an 18, or I'm sorry, what was it?
Yeah, 18
Yeah,
originally, and then
18.
-2,
Yeah, your
Yeah.
protection
and then
from
whatever he
evil,
got.
and then minus. So yeah, that comes down to a much more manageable 14. So let's pull up our chart. And for those of you who are wondering, maybe this question is on your lips or on your fingertips, as the case may be. No, we do not use Thaco in First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Why? Say it with me, kids. We have tables. That's right. So let's see.
Incidentally, I have an AC of 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
the
go
current
ahead.
spells going are haste, bless, prayer, continual light, and my hammer.
Excellent. Yes, you do have
Nice.
your spiritual hammer hovering out in front of you. So let's see. That is a miss, clearly. And these two one attack is on Paul. And that is going to miss Paul. The two other beings, you're close enough to them, Durek, that you can see that all three of them have, just in the midst of the battle, they've changed somewhat. Their skin has become hairier and more drawn. Their faces more elongated, their eyes more sunken in and red. And the one that did not attack you looks over his shoulder and lets out a high-pitched chitter. That sound is echoed from the east. Meanwhile, you are preparing your spiritual hammer, or you are preparing to cast another spell there, Holder. Something looms out of the fog towards you, and it comes close enough that you can see it. And now I will show it to you. One moment, please.
Sweet.
Well, here's where I hope my AC 1 is good enough.
So are we allowed to pick up the dude and throw him at whatever this is?
I think he's already a goner, mate.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully. Get a better NPC. Get a better henchman.
I don't think a 7th level thief would have been bad. I really don't.
Well, you'll remember that I had a 7th level thief, and I worked him all the way up there, and he was largely useless after a certain point.
So, do we want to take bets as to whether or not I'm going to die this time?
Can anybody
20
hear
bucks
Bill?
says I do.
This horrible,
There.
dead, bluish skinned creature with vaguely feminine form comes looming out of the darkness, or out of the fog, rather, the illuminated fog, stomping towards you. Now, it did use its actions to move to you, so your sticks to snakes spell will still go off in this round. But right now, I'm sorry?
Because I'm hasted, can I also throw my hammer with my extra action?
No, because haste does not decrease spell casting times.
Fair.
But you will have the snakes out in the next round, and they will be doing snaky things.
I need to roll to see how many are venomous.
All right. Whilst you do that, Doomsword, make your 2 attacks, please.
Absolutely. All right. The first is AC 8.
That will not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah. And the second is AC 1. No, AC -1.
Well, regardless, that hits.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And this is the regular guy, right? So 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Okay. Kevin, you were moving in to help, so go ahead and make Don Drexel's melee attack.
Okay. Is it just one for this?
No, you are hasted also.
Okay. Just want to make sure. I didn't know if the move had any effect on that. Okay, so it's +3. 13.
13. Let's see. Yes, that will hit.
Remember, bless and prayer as well. Both of those give a +1.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true. So it should have been an additional 2. So it was 15.
Yes. That's fine. You still hit.
Right? D8. Why does that say D9? Okay.
I'd take a D9.
7 points of damage.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh, I got another attack too. I should have probably did
That is correct.
Same hit. So I
Nice.
guess I still hit. And 8 points of damage this time. So a total of 15 to that.
Okay, you cut that one down. You absolutely chop that one down. So there are but 2 to the south. Meanwhile, to the north, Tim, why don't you roll us a d20 for Paul? So's you have stuff to do, like.
A 2.
A 2. Paul will miss, even with bonuses, unfortunately.
Paul caresses them gently and makes it awkward.
It makes it awkward. He reaches a good little furry creature. Actually, let's do some math here. Paul gets a bonus because of his strength, so that he has a magic sword. That is another +1.
And then +2 from spells.
+2 from spells. So I actually need to look that up. That is an edge case.
While you look that up, just so everybody knows at home, I'm a 7th level cleric. I am a llama, therefore I can generate 7 snakes. Therefore I have a 35% chance. So you're going to see me roll 7 D100s and hope for a 0 through 30 or 1 through 35. Nope. Nope. Yes. So that's 1 venomous. Nope. I can get 3 more. Nope. Come on. Nope.
I mean,
and
just
last
statistically
one.
at this point.
I know. And no. All right. So there's 1 venomous and 6 constrictors on the she troll or whatever she is.
You think that's an anise facing you? All right.
Wait.
So
Can you spell that just so we know?
ANNIS.
I know. I'm not funny. I know.
Well. All right. So all right. So Paul had swung and missed. Kevin Don Drexel had hit. Durek had hit. You have cast your spell.
They all get attacks. Yep. They're created and can attack. They don't have to be summoned in or anything else.
Okay. So the snakes are here. You spent your round bringing the snakes into existence. All the snakes are going to attack. Are you also going to smash with the hammer?
If I can use my action to disengage, I will.
Okay. I mean, you can move back up to 10 feet and not induce a retreat attack on you.
I would like to fully disengage.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we'll see what happens. She might focus on the snakes. She might focus on you. I'm just saying.
If I'm going to get hit, no matter what I do, I may as well attack her at least once. But
okay.
If I'm being targeted anyway, sure. But other editions. Sorry, I'm used to other editions letting you take a full round action to disengage to exit combat safely.
No,
any fighter can exit combat safely.
I understand. All right, so let's see. All right, I think that's declarations, and next up on the role of initiative would be you, actually, DK. Roll a d6, please, for initiative.
Not great.
2, not great, not great. But hey, that's not necessarily the end. I have the same chance of rolling a 1 as any other number on this die. And it's assuming it's going to roll for me. All right, so let's see here. Let me place a couple of things out there.
He was hiding those behind the screen.
Yep.
If they say Misa, I'm going to get really mad.
No, they're rats, not meese.
Okay.
Alrighty. So yes, giant rats are rushing out at you guys.
Where rats? They're rats.
Size?
They're rats. Exactly so. Okay, so let's see.
I didn't think rodents of unusual size existed.
They're actually my favorite class of monster in D&D 3rd edition were dire animals. Dire rats, dire wolves, etc. Like a rat with 5 hit points that's the size of like a medium-sized dog.
All right, come on, dice.
Great for low-level adventures.
All right. She is going to attack a snake with 1 attack, a snake with another attack, and then try and bite you. So let's do the attacks on the snakes.
AC 1 for me.
All right. I have an 11 and a 16. Those probably both hit for her. And she inflicts some damage. Oof, that is brutal. Come along now. All right, she squishes 1 for a bunch. And she squishes 1 also for a bunch. And she tries to bite you. And you are AC 1, you say?
AC 1, yep.
AC
I'm probably
1.
bitten anyway.
Well, let's see.
I think the prayer gives her a -1.
Yes, prayer would be a -1. Bless doesn't give, though, does it?
No.
Okay, yeah, you unfortunately are bitten, and that is going to be... I have my cheat sheet for her up. Let's see. It's actually not that bad. That is going to be... see, I think probably the easiest way to do this is do not panic when you see these rolled, my son. So let's see.
3s, I guess.
2, 4, 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
So she like got 2 snakes and just like squishes them and shakes them, and then she leans over and bites you. Naughty, naughty! Don't play with snakes, little boy.
The snakes get the snakes get their turn too. So.
The snakes do get their turn.
Just remember, you can't necessarily fix her.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I haven't had a good run, and no, I can't fix her. All right, so you got a couple of attacks. Dawn Drexel, you're getting 1 attack. A 20 is gonna hit you, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit me.
So he lunges forward with his flatchet and slams it home for 4 points of damage. If you see another one roll, just understand it was erroneous. You take 4 points of damage.
I got it. Documented.
Excellent, excellent. Dooms. That will miss you.
All right.
And Paul, he is struck once. He is struck twice. Actually, I'll have to look at that. Let's see, there are 3, 16. Oh, that's over here. 15, 14. Yeah, unfortunately, that still gets him. And the last one does not hit him. So over on the side, let's start with the little boy who cried snakes.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Do mine first. 14 plus 2, so 16, and for a 7th level cleric, that is AC 0.
Alrighty.
I am still retreating.
No, I understand. You're getting the hell out of dodge. Let's see. AC 0. That hits.
Okay. And the hammer does... What's that? D4 plus 1?
This is versus large, and we'll have to see what a hammer does versus large, which we can just look up in the player's handbook.
Put the hammer down.
Which I got to tell you guys, I've been looking at the player's handbook.
It does, yeah. So it does
So much.
D6 against man size. It says in the spell description, and then D4 against large opponents.
Okay.
And then it does get an enchantment bonus, but that doesn't seem to apply to attacks or damage rolls for some strange reason.
Yes, that is essentially if a
magic resistance here.
Yeah, basically.
I understand why. I just think it's dumb for being a 2nd level spell.
No,
2 points of damage.
I understand. Okay, so 2 points of damage, and also I forgot there are rules for snakes, like actual snakes, not giant like person crushing snakes in Monster Manual 2. So go ahead and roll your snake attacks. Your poisonous will strike a little differently. So roll your constrictors.
Yeah, of course. And there were 7. Now there are 5. So that would be 4 regular and then 1 venomous. So I'm going to roll the 4 regular all at once just to save some time here.
Alrighty.
It's not going to matter. Let's see. Whenever it feels like rolling. Come on, system. There we go. 9, 2, 3. The 18 probably will hit.
The 18, yes, I believe it will.
I'm positive the 9 won't, but go ahead and...
let's see.
well, actually, no, because it wouldn't be blessed, I guess.
Yes, so the double-digit number absolutely hit, and roll for your venomous fella.
Sure. 13?
13, let's see. 13, alas, not. So you have taken your lumps, you have moved back. Have you basically just kind of moved back as far as you can?
What about damage for the constrictor?
So the constrictor, let's see. Any creature of humanoid sort, let's see. They attack through constriction. So this is going to be a 1 to 3, but it's going to be every round. It's going to take 1 to 3 unless it wants to try and break loose.
All right, to 2 points.
All right. So you did 4 or 2?
I did 2 plus
you did
this
2
total is 4.
Okay, so it has taken 4. She absolutely hates that, and you go scuttling back towards your allies. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. You folks over there in melee, Doomsword, do something terrible.
Right on. And so the last attack, I was only adding my normal +1. What is there? There's the bless as well. Is that still in effect?
Yes, the bless is in effect.
There's a bless and there's a prayer.
Right. So that's another +1.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. So the haste is still in effect. So that's an easy hit.
That is a hit. Yes, sir.
That's going to be a miss. That's AC 7.
Just misses, yes.
Right on. Hey, how about that?
There you go.
9 points of damage.
All right, so we've got... Kevin, you had struck in the last round and you had killed one of those 3, yes?
Yes, I hit twice on the same. And
you hit twice. Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and make your 2 attacks there, Kevin.
Okay, let's do it. Man, I wish I could use a mouse. 22.
That is absolutely a hit.
All right, let's see. I only get +2 on the damage, though. 10 points of damage for the first
Wow, it did not like that.
And then
yeah.
+5. So 17, I believe, is also going to be a hit.
That is also a hit.
Come on, roll an 8 again, please. Nope, 3. So 5 points of damage.
Okay. Didn't care for that at all, in the least. Tim, roll for Paul, please. And that's 2 attacks. I should have had you attack twice within the last round.
5.
5, even with bonus, is not going to quite make it. Give me 1 more for him, please. That's going to make it even less. Okay,
I'm really sorry there. I should apologize still.
So there are now 9 giant rats amongst those of you to the south. Paul is dealing with a bunch of them as well. Remember, these are sub 1 hit die creatures for purposes of number of attacks around. I just want to point that out. And for those of you out in audience land who might not be sure what the heck Bill is talking about, in first edition AD&D, there's what I kind of humorously call the mob rules. And that the mob rules are that the mobs don't rule. Less than 1 hit die creatures, that is creatures with up to 7 hit points as a max, they may be attacked a number of times equal to the attacking creature's hit dice or level. In this case, a 5th level fighter can attack up to 5 creatures with less than 1 hit dice. It keeps things moving along quite nicely. And let's face it, when is it not hilarious to see an 8th level fighter go in against a bunch of kobolds and get his 2 attack round and attack 16 of them? So, all right. So, all right. Hey, Jeff from Dankar. Hello. Good to see you out there.
In this round, I'm going to attack rats, by the way.
All right. So in the new round, you're going to attack rats.
Take my dagger and stab them in the rat little beady eyes, man.
Right in their beady little rat eyes. Dooms, you're going to continue to fight the now it should be obvious were rats.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. How about you, Kevin?
Do I have anything left to attack over there? I think
Oh,
I do,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, I'm
there's
going to keep attacking.
yeah, there's giant rats. There's the were-rat itself. And I did not move your miniature, Thane, but yes, you have retreated back to friendly lines. And we'll see what the Annis is going to do.
Good. I'm going to keep retreating if that's possible.
Oh, so you're out of there. I'm going to Gamma World.
Yeah, my character is not a frontline fighter. Never was, never will
Just
be.
messing with you, man.
I came in there to save my friend, and he's currently in pieces.
Well, these rats aren't also frontline fighters, as you noticed.
Well, no. If I can hit one of like the adjacent rats to help free up one of my party members, I will, because I can throw the hammer.
There you go, hammer time.
Well, more
hammer
direct, I
down.
guess, but you get the point.
Yep.
All right. So yes, you're bravely fighting the chicken of Bristol. Little Monty Python reference there. Okay, so
Who wet himself at the Battle of Baden Hill?
yes. All right, gentlemen.
I really had to go.
We have our declarations, and next up is Tim. Roll initiative for us, please.
Are we sure you want me to do that? Because
Hey, you'd have to ask the party. I'm just telling you.
Absolutely.
See, I got a 1. You guys got a 3. Party will go first.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna move your miniature back so there's no confusion about where you are, Thane.
I'm not. I won't be confused. I can't see it. I mean, it's true. I can't.
No, I know. I get it. Yeah. Never thought about that.
Yeah, you're playing with a blind guy.
I saw the world's best bit of advice for people online today. Be nice to people that wear glasses. They actually paid money to see you.
It's true.
There you go.
Um,
Okay.
It's weird.
Gentlemen.
But I find entertaining.
Thane comes back towards you. Thane, regardless of your movement, remember you get to roll another D3 for damage.
And my snakes get to try and bite again.
And they do.
Or
They do get to try.
Whatever it is, they're
Yeah, grab and constrict or what have you. But let's start with Doomsword for melee. Please do something terrible.
All right, and bless and chant are still or bless and prayer. Or
we're on the last round for bless, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, last round was the last round for bless, so it's gone.
Now,
Okay.
Dirk,
Okay.
told you that voodoo that you do.
So well.
Yeah.
So this will be 15, which will hit AC.
That will hit.
Headley Lamar.
Hang on.
Somebody could step on their mic, please. That's
Working on it.
all right. So that is a 7.
7 points. Yep.
7 points. And he's still hanging on. But you've got another attack, Dooms, if you wanna roll that second one.
Yeah.
You know, if you hadn't
yeah.
the dog wouldn't have heard you and started barking.
Well, we're actually dog watching another dog right now, and this thing is spaz. All right, that's a miss.
That is a clean miss. All right, show him how it's done, Kevin. Lay in with that scimitar.
All right. And I'm going to only be +4 now because one less.
Stick them with
bonus.
the pointy end.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. It lasts 6 rounds. So
Curved
okay.
swords. That
7.
will miss, and you have another attack coming. So
Yep. Natural 20.
that
24.
does not miss. So go ahead and roll your
Booyah!
damage.
All right, with +2, it is 5.
It is 5, and that is more than sufficient to slay him. he, as have all of those that you've seen slain, reverts back from his semi-bestial form, and before you lies the broken body of some wretch long ago infected with the curse of lycanthropy. Tim, how about a couple of attacks for our man to the east over there? You said he's attacking rats in this round?
I'm kicking on rats, man.
All right, so he's ignoring the weir rats and attacking the giant rats. So basically, you're hasted. There are a good group of them. I believe I said there were 9. You're going to get a total of 10 attacks. So.
Oops,
I get the bad.
Better than that one.
9 more.
Yeah, get the bad one out of the way first.
let me. I'm just gonna roll all 9 at the same time.
That works.
All right, let's see. Hit
12,
hit,
16,
hit,
13.
Hit. I can't see the one that one is lying on top of, so to speak. So re-roll one of them, Tim. But so far, you've hit with 8 of those. Yes, in total, you've hit with 8 of them. With his damage bonuses, he basically extirpates all of the rats. You don't even have to roll it. He literally just wades in and kills all of the giant
You
rats.
see, guys, I didn't even have to go with lightning bolt that time.
All
There
right.
you go.
So yeah, there's one giant rat over there. He lunges forward to bite you, but you've still got a couple of attacks coming. So Dooms, this one is on you.
DM,
Yes.
I get attacks.
I know you do. Go ahead and make your attack rolls then.
So here's 3 constrictors. I should be able to get one more, and that's a no. All right, so
none of those
do
hit.
one more constrictor and then the venomous. No.
Miss.
You got it
Actually,
straight,
no,
though.
sorry. Yeah. And then
No
the
means
venomous.
no.
Nope. And then
all right.
Can I get my hammer attacks off?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. This will be on a were rat if I can see him. 13. So that would be, I don't know, AC. I think 3.
Yeah, you can see them to your right. So yes, you can prang one off to your right. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. And you want me to go ahead and make my second attack or no?
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
All right. So that's 1 point. Nothing great. 11 plus 1 is 12. That's AC 4. AC 4. Does that hit?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. And come on, at least give me a decent 6. Nope. All right, so 3 total to one of them.
Okay.
Just magic. Oh, and the one constrictor automatically does D3, which is another 2 points.
All right. She is screaming and cursing, and you can hear her heavy footfalls as she lumbers through the fog towards you. I'm gonna put all of you in my soup. I'll start with you, holy man.
Yeah.
I
All
prefer holy androgynous other, thank you.
All right. So that ends the round, unless anyone else has any other attacks to do, or that ends your rounds. Kevin, you got not attacking you. Dooms, this guy is gamely attacking you, but there are rats down there. So Dooms, that is going to miss, and if whoever that is, you didn't bring enough snacks for us, you can't have them.
My actual dice bag, sorry.
Oh, your actual dice bag. Very cool. All right, that is a miss on you, Kevin, and I think I'm just going to have to resort to
My
the rest.
apologies.
That's okay. All right, so let's see here. So I'm seeing, ouch, the 19 and the 20. So what is your armor class, sir?
That's
Mine?
me.
Yeah,
Or-
Kevin.
Okay. Yeah. My AC is 1.
1. Okay, so I got a 15, a 19, and a 20. Your proximity to the paladin brings those down a little bit. So let's see. These are up to 1. The only one that stood any chance of actually getting you was the 20. But again, your proximity to the paladin and the prayer spell made that a non-issue. You you shake them off before their teeth can find purchase. I have 3 were-rat guys and 1 were-rat attacking Paul to the north. So we'll do that. And I got a handful of nothing.
Wow.
And I'm going to move. Sorry, I'm going to move 1 figure. Hang on.
Moving her up.
Yes. Now, your snakes were kind of coiling around her. So, not coiling her, like they were slithering around on the ground. She stepped over them and ran in the direction where you guys went, which means in the next round, they will essentially attack at +4. She will have how many ever attacks, not counting the one that is still attached to her leg.
Yeah, that one's
crushing
already
damage.
doing damage.
That one is already doing damage. So they will get attacks at +4 because she basically turned her back and ran away. In this case, ran towards you guys to murder your faces off. The rest of you see the anise. So congratulations. Let's see. Go to ye old tripod cam. You know what? Let's get a close up there. Let's see if we can zoom in at least a little bit. And hopefully that will, whoops, that's not the one. That's the one.
If any of you guys are curious as to what it looks like for my visually limited self, it is a big blue dot in the middle of a field of gray dots surrounded by a slightly lighter gray with a blue dot somewhat next to it. There's a little bit of brown in there too.
Okay, one more time. I'm just messing with you, man.
The big blue dot is the blue meanie of the.
Yeah, I figured.
camp.
I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Thane, I'm not trying to be a joker. I mean this in sincerity. Would it help you if I put a white tape wrapping on the end of my pointer stick?
Oh no, not at all. You're fine.
Okay. All right. I just didn't
I
know.
do all of this in my head. There's a blind guy I interviewed a few years ago who actually was given a raised map by his DM for one of the dungeons one time, and he loved it. It was great.
Yeah, I actually there's a fellow I used to know. I don't talk to him much anymore. He entered a contest on my early website and won a couple of Dwarven Forge sets, and he's completely blind, and said they were like the best thing in the world because he could actually feel dungeon halls and say, okay, you're 30 feet up the hall. There's a door on the left. There's a room on the right. That sort of thing. Mike Stewart is his name.
Yeah, he used to love playing big dumb fighters because that way if he made a mistake with room layout or something, he could blame it on his character and not himself.
It's what my character would do, okay? Alrighty, gents. So here we are, and there they are. It's a new round. It's a target-rich environment, and I need to move your miniature, Kevin, lest you think that you are in danger of being eaten by the anise. Hold on.
Okay. Thank you.
You are no longer yummy because you're out of yummy range.
I thought I was the anise.
I thought
So
Kevin
this
was
clears
in
it
the
up.
game.
This clears stuff up here.
No, you ding dong, and this is that's you.
Yeah.
That God.
No, I mean I literally thought I was Yanis. Okay.
That's
No
you.
worries.
That is there's Doom Swords Mini. Over here is Paul. There are the were-rats he's fighting, and the remaining singular giant rat that pile represents. And here's those over on you guys. So
Is Paul the other blue thing?
yes, Paul is the other blue thing, the kind of vaguely
okay.
blue dot there at the end of the stick. All right, so gentlemen, I am guessing you are continuing melee. Is anyone turning to do anything about the anise? Tim, is there anything you'd like to do about the anise?
Well, the only thing I can really do is use my dagger, and I have a feeling I would die because I'm very squishy. So I'm going to keep taking care of these ugly rat-looking things.
No lightning bolt.
I'm out of spells.
Oh, okay. I thought you had one lightning bolt left in you.
No, I'm completely out. I've used all my spells until we have rest. I don't even have level 2. I don't even have web left. I'm kind of like hoping I don't die.
That's the thing. I mean, you're the M109A7 of this group. It's like you can rain death and destruction, but when you're out of rounds,
I prefer to think of myself as the A10 Warthog, but yeah, we'll just split that part.
What about Dan Drexel and his spells, though? Because I know you haven't used all yours.
I haven't used but one. So
then
I
use
have
them.
web, and I have lightning bolt, and I have
Nuke them.
All right. So Kevin, can I presume that you're casting lightning bolt in this round?
Well, looking at the map, does it look like it's safe?
So if you hit her with a 40-foot, or rather with a forked bolt, one through her, and then the other one would go off in that direction. So you're here, you start the stroke at yourself, 10, 20, 30, 40. Absolutely. It won't even ricochet back and get her.
Okay, that's okay. Then that's what I'll do. I'll cast lightning bolt.
Alrighty, so you will turn and attempt to lightning bolt the anise.
Yes.
Tim, is Paul going to continue to melee with the were-rats and the lone giant rat? Dooms, are you going to continue to melee with the lycanthropes?
I am.
All right. And finally, last but not least, how about our man in the priest collar? You're going to continue to try and whop her with the silver hammer?
The returning the enchanted hammer spell, yeah. And
Alrighty.
my snakes will bite.
Okay, remember they're attacking at +4 because she fled them. Let's roll initiative, and I think in order we are down to you. Kevin, please roll a d6.
Yep, and it's probably critical this time that I win, right? So inevitable. That's wow.
I wouldn't say critical, but
well, it would be nice. Here we go.
Oh,
Come
I rolled
on.
my Gamma World dice, so there's a chance. There it is, a 3.
A 3, okay. I'm still waiting for mine to go. Well, there's a 3, so maybe I'll get mine in a second here.
very bright green. I like that.
Yeah, it's my Gamma World dice.
I can read it.
That's
the
part
only
of the
thing I
reason
don't
why
like about
Big Stack
Steam
contrast is good.
It's
Yeah.
radioactive.
It's
All right.
Nickelodeon green.
Really weird what's going on with TD dice right at the moment.
Yeah,
It's every time we game, every single time.
no,
is.
It's rolling like die, and I'm like, those rolled 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. We're
Either
gonna
one
count.
wins.
Yeah, either one wins. I was gonna go. I had rolled a d6 on top of this little dice tin here, and I was like, I'm just gonna take that, and then they both popped up. I have some lovely dice that a friend sent me here that I completely forgot about. But all right, folks, let's go ahead and start. The anise. She will grab at the snake that is constricting her. Her strength is absolutely enough that she can break this thing's hold on it if she can hit it. And once again, DD Dice, you are embarrassing me in front of all of the people on the stream. 11. Yes, she has got a hold of it, and she inflicts. I'm not even gonna end up sitting there waiting. I'm just gonna roll the D8 and do the add over here. Yes, she crushes it to pulp in her giant claw. Her other giant claw, since she's right over there, she is going to swing at Paul. Hey, Paul. Paul clawed ya, and I did it again. Why do I keep relying on that thing to work? That's also not a great die to try and use over here. She hits Paul with a claw. Oof. Big damage to Paul. She does thanks. Mail that result back to me 10 minutes ago when I needed it. Yeah, wow. She rips Paul a new one. He is staggered. He looks bad. Paul is in not good shape. And let's see. She also tries to bite Paul, which again, just rolling over here.
We're about to have 2 half humans.
She missed Paul that time. She actually she grabs him, drags him back, and he kind of jerks forward in agony. And her teeth slam shut, just shy of biting into the flesh of his neck.
We needed Don Drexel back in, Bill.
Oh, sorry about that. I am dealing with limited space, and I completely missed it. Kevin, my apologies.
Oh, no worries. It was my provider. With the average 68% packet loss 100 miles away.
Oh my goodness. Everybody's weird these days, and I just have to say this.
He's gone again.
We got.
That's not me. It's Sturrock.
No, that's yeah.
Sturrock went off this time.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm still here.
We lost. We recently got fiber. Curb to house fiber. 500 up, 500 down. The worst thing I can say about it is I have to reset it every few days because I'll be sitting there and I'm like, why is this 4K video on YouTube chugging? Oh, yeah, speed test. Yeah, right. I'm getting bupkis. Let me just go over and reboot the router. And when you have a connected family, you got to do, and Kevin, you know about this, you have to issue an outage email.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got megabit up
damn it.
I've got megabit up and down. It really comes in at like 800 or something, but it's not megabit. But
so
and with three kids, sometimes I'm like, should I just get myself a Starlink modem just so I can have something that actually works?
Yeah. So but by and large, it is magnificent for us. However, my in-laws got the same service provider. They live in a subdivision that's 20 years newer than ours. They had the same fiber provider, and it was awful. They went back to a very a terrible but reliable DSL service, if you can believe that. All right.
What you need to do, Bill, is you need to get a Bluetooth-enabled power switch that you can plug your modem into, or in this case, whatever you have between you and the fiber. So you could just use your phone to reset that damn thing from the house.
Oh, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Okay. Getting back to the matter at the table. And I'm keeping an eye on the stream. So as soon as Dooms comes back in, we will assume that Doomsword is going to attack. Kevin, you are attacking. Tim, you're attacking.
I'm casting a spell.
Or no, you're casting a spell. So let's go ahead and start. I know you've been itching to cast this. Go ahead and cast your lightning bolt spell. It is going to be 6 dice.
Yep.
All right.
At my grandmother's house, we kept the modem and router on a light switch just for that reason.
I like that.
So for anybody who's listening and wants
25,
to know,
that's pretty good.
Well, lightning bolt is a D6 for every level of the magic user. So,
and
it always hits.
All right, so a 9, Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
You can't dodge it or anything like that. Now I know what she attacks as, but the question is,
Yeah, and it's not Stranger Things, so we don't have to roll to hit with Fireball.
yeah. Oof. Oh, you know what?
If you're gonna pick on the validity of Stranger Things,
I just think it's as easy to get these things right as not. Let's see.
I know, but you got to admit they replicated the '80s pretty well. But
they did. And you have to roll to cast spells in my home game because I think spellcasters have it too easy.
That saving throw is not successful. She takes the full damage.
And also, everybody, if you're listening, you're curious. The saving throw, you only take 50% damage. I think I have that right.
That is essentially correct. Sometimes there are spells that are saved for a quarter, or if you are like monks have certain spells where they can save for half or none, depending on the circumstances. So
show enough, yeah.
One day, Tim. Show enough. One day.
He's like, I will kill your magic user right now if you really want to do that.
Nah. So let's see. Okay, so Forking Bolt. So yes, it did not quite reach the wall behind her to get her. So she takes the full 23 points of damage, and that will bring her down to she absolutely did not like that. Okay, so Tim, go ahead and attack, please, rolling the dice for Paul. And that is 2. That is a pair of attacks.
Big numbers, no whammies. A 6 and a 1. I'm sorry, 9 and a 1.
A 9 and a 1. The 9, he gets a bonus for his strength. That becomes 12, and then there's a bless up. The 9 will actually hit.
Prayer, bless is gone.
Prayer, I'm sorry.
All right, so what am I rolling with here? For
this is a man-sized target, so you're going to be rolling a d12 and adding 3.
Wait, D8, right?
A D8. A D8. We can take that. We can take the 6. We can take the 6. So I mean it's less than 8. I'm running my Monday night group through Against the Giants. All they fight are large creatures. Yeah. So well, I hear longsword, my brain goes D12.
I missed my dwarf with his greatsword.
Good times. Okay. So Paul, he finally hits, and let's see. So that's going to be 5.
It's finally useful.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and roll for Dooms since he's out too, if you would please, Tim. He also gets 2 attacks.
I could attack with my snakes and stuff.
A 7 and a 3.
A 7 and a 3. The 7, 8, 9.
That's exactly like Doom's.
2. That one will miss, and the 3 will miss. Kevin, do your thing. Show him how it's done.
Wait, right. Kevin cast a spell.
No, I'm he. Oh, that's right. Yes, you're not rolling for anyone. All right.
Yeah, I get
fine.
My attack.
Sorry, you get your attack. Spiritual spammer.
Katoink. Well, I'm going to take my 2 with my hammer.
Okay.
The 12 plus 1 is 13. I don't think I'm close enough to Dirk to get a bonus, so 13, which I think I said before was AC. This is AC 3.
That will not hit. And Dirk's Prot from Evil will not add a bonus to your 2 hit at any rate.
Okay, and then I'm going to roll for the 3 constrictors first.
Okay.
Well, 8 plus 4 is 12. I don't think that hits, but
no.
You know. And 14 plus 4 is 18, so that's for the venomous one.
Well, you know what? That we need to check that.
Yeah, and let me know what damage is.
It's not much. It's the poison.
Every little bit helps.
Poison.
Well, it's the venom. It's the venom.
That
Remember,
absolutely
poison is if you eat
hits.
it.
She must make a saving throw versus poison. She fails. She grasps at her throat. She chokes and coughs. She falls to her knees, stretching her iron hard claws, still caked with the flesh and blood of friends, and falls to the floor, dead. The snake, its fangs stuck in her neck. Ah! Ah! No! And she collapses. All right.
Here, sticks to
Welcome
snake.
to 1E.
Where the horrible monster of tonight is the bad overacting death of tomorrow. All right. The anise
What
is
a world! What a world!
dead. Exactly so. Exactly so. All right. I think that finishes all attacks in this round. You still got some snakes. What are you going to do with them, Holder?
Honestly, they're going to do what snakes do and go after rats.
Sounds like a sound idea to me. So there's one to the north, and there's still a bunch to the south. They're going to head to the target-rich environment, and Paul's going to have to deal up there as he's fighting a couple of the lycanthropes. So let's.
I can help with the hammer.
All right. You'll have to move up though from where you're at. You are at the tail end of the
That's
kitchen
fine.
entrance. All right. So you're
I can
moving
throw.
this round, and you will spiritual hammer in the next round. Kevin, how about you?
So, I see rats. There's one more lycanthrope enemy here.
Yes, there is one more. I have not
All right.
taken off enough miniatures. Sorry.
Okay, but there's rats and a lycanthrope still. On the
Yes.
Right. Okay,
Yes.
that's what I'm attacking. Yep.
All right. Paul is going to continue to attack. Durik's going to continue to attack. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. We've come back around. This would be where I would tell Dooms to roll initiative, but he apparently got bit. So you go ahead and rolled it if you would, please, Thane.
Nope.
A 1. And that's
Just
when
like
one
Dooms
giant
would've
rat
done.
killed every party member.
That's what Dooms would have done right there. Rolled a 1 and gotten us killed.
All right, a 4. Okay, so I need to adjust the number of figures where they're at because that is not at all representing accuracy. Hold on.
Am I in a position where I can stab something with my dagger?
You will have to move in this round, but you can get in position to stab something with your dagger if that's what you wish to do.
I think I should stab more things.
Okay.
It's just a general hobby note. Always have something to stab. Metaphorically, not actually. Don't really stab anybody. I just don't want
In
to get sued.
Minecraft.
Hey, that movie was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
It has Jack Black in it. You're a liar. He cannot be.
Yeah, but it also has Aquaman, and he's actually can be funny. And he drives a beat-up old Trans Am, which I can actually see Jason Momoa doing.
Yeah, okay. Well, that might make up some of it. Yeah.
I could literally see Aquaman driving a beat-up 1970s Trans Am. I mean, that kind of works for him.
All right, so I think that's a slightly better view there. Players and audience, let me know if you'd like me to step up and zoom that view in a little bit better. So Elminar is going to step up there. I should point out the fog almost immediately dissipates. There is no more fog in the room. I just need to do this
There
here.
is continual light.
And there is continual light. It is very, very, very bright in the room now.
We're just like leaving a lot of dead stuff behind us. This is awesome.
Yeah. Adventurers have been through here. How can you tell? We followed the trail of bodies. All right. So Thane Holder has got his snakes going after rats. Holder is sending his spiritual hammer after the lycanthropes or after the were rats themselves, or rather after the giant rats. Sorry.
That sounds right. Yep.
Okay. Let's go ahead then and roll initiative. And Tim, we're down to you. I got confidence in you, Tim. I'm feeling positive, buddy.
That's incredibly misplaced confidence. You really should not put that kind of pressure. 3.
Tim, you haven't let me down yet. I have been more than capable of attacking the party before anybody else, and that counts. See, you haven't disappointed me at all. Okay, the lone lycanthrope, seeing the anise go down. Okay, the other lycanthropes fighting Paul, well, they saw the same thing. All right. This individual throws his sword down and yells for mercy, claiming, "It was a disease that made me do it. I never wanted to fight good folk. Please help me." And Durek draws his sword and says, "I will free you from the clutches of this terrible disease." So, Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm stabbing him because
Okay.
I don't have a way to cure him.
All right.
Well, what does it take to cure him? Because it's a removed disease and
it's a curse and a disease. Yeah.
And a removed curse, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do both. I can't do them both today.
Yeah, but
I
you
can
can do
both.
it. I can't do it.
Well, it is like I pretty much have to speak up here. Then I
Okay.
think
Say your piece.
Well, because
I don't know if we have
can't
time
do
to
it. Therefore,
talk.
it's my duty.
Kevin, Durek turns to you and says, "Subdue him."
Okay.
I mean, you
flat
can,
of the blade?
flat of the
Okay.
blade. Durek,
right.
you see Durek kind of choking up on the grip of his sword. Tim,
there a
Elman,
better chance for my weapon to get damaged by doing this? I just want to make sure.
no.
Okay, perfect.
You're
Then I'll
I
do
can
not.
give you my hammer to subdue him if you're feeling so.
You are trying. If you were trying to bunt a giant's thrown boulder out of the way, that would be one thing. All right, so let's go ahead and so Tim, you've moved up in this round again. Target rich environment. You will be able to attack in the next round, but let's see. Did we initiate in this round? Yes, we did. So the lycanthropes fighting Paul are going to continue to fight. Oh, I saw that 20 almost roll up. Paul is handily missed by all of them, which is good because like his blood is just pouring out of where that Annis like reached over and took a chunk out of him with her clawed hand. The one remaining ROUS up there is having to deal with a snake, and it misses. Go ahead and roll for your snakes, if you would, please, Thane.
Yep. Okay.
Two snakes coming together.
The 18 will probably hit.
The 18 will hit. The 8, because these are actually. Oh, well, wait. That kills it. Let me see. I gotta look in the old monster manual. So I don't remember what the armor class of these things is. Oh, okay. So the other one missed, but that is one less giant rat to trouble the world. And the others are winding around the rats to the south. So again, they went into a target-rich environment. So make attacks for them.
Okay. Well, that was the those were all the
that was all
creatures left alive, and then here's the venomous one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the venomous one bites one, and I'm not going to bother rolling a saving throw for a 3 hit point having 1-1 HD creature because I think I would need like a 21. Yeah, that ain't getting it, Jim. It's squeaking dies.
Excellent. Should I roll for my hammer or?
Yes. Go ahead and roll your hammer, please.
All right. Haste is still going.
Yes, it is.
I don't think that 6 hits, but just for the sake of due diligence, because it would be a 7.
You attacking rats or you attacking lycanthropes?
These would be rats. AC 9.
That will miss, unfortunately. Little bugger ducked. Tim, Elminar want to take a stab at one of them?
I like stabbing things.
Stab things, Tim.
In Minecraft.
9.
And you're what, a 5th level wizard?
9, 6th level magic user. I don't think that moves you up a bracket. Magic user 2-hit brackets are very, very, very wide. Yeah, no, that unfortunately will miss. Kevin, strike him with the flat of thine blade.
Is there any negatives I need to do because of this?
No.
Okay.
Striking to subdue is just 3/4 of your damage is subdual damage, which means you're bruising him, not slicing him open.
All right, so I got 11 for the first attack.
Okay. Let's see.
And a 10.
All right, 11 and a 10. Let's see. Well, he has essentially like he's dropped his weapon. So yeah, I mean he's getting pounded and getting beaten about the head and shoulders, and so does Durek. You know, he's essentially horde combat at this point. So Tim, 2 attacks, please, with Paul to the north, because there's still fighting going on up there. Fighting in the north.
A 2 and a 6.
A 2 and a 6. They will not hit. Okay, so these guys, let's see.
I guess it was just the one were-rat that surrendered. The rest didn't.
Yeah, the others, they're far enough apart that their morale checks were separate. And the ones in the east, although they're kind of seeing what's going on here. So we're gonna. It's a new round. It's time for another morale check. Nope, they're actually fighting on. They're kill this one. We'll fight. We'll cut our way out of here. You coward! Don't you dare surrender the gift! And other threats. And
you saw what we did, you silly rats. I hear you taste like chicken.
All right. Durek says, that's enough from you. Only one of you had the bravery to face Fultus's cleansing light. The rest of you will face the cold steel of justice. He pivots on his heel. I thought so. He pivots on his heel and begins to walk towards them. Kevin, unfortunately, leaving you with a bunch of giant rats.
Paul needs help, so I'm good with it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's roll initiative, and Kevin, it's your turn.
All right. No whammies?
Well, I did get a 6.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Stop. Yep, there we go.
My yeah. My initiative dice are just always on fire, guys. I apologize. I still have it. I have a D6 in my dice collection. I'm pretty sure it may be flawed internally, because although I will say, like, the party rolled a 5 for initiative, 6. The party rolled a 3, 4. The party rolled a 2, 3. You know, it just seems to know. And
Another
when
dice
I ran
+1.
when my when I had a group, we gamed here in the house on Friday nights. They hated it. They used to conspire that they were going to take that dice and like beat it into powder with a hammer, but they never did. All right, so 3 attacks on Paul as you guys are approaching. And none of them hit. Tim, Elminar can try and stab that rat.
A 6.
That is not going to hit either.
That's why I need my spells, man.
Okay, and a silver hammer against the rats to the to the west.
And do you want me to roll for my snakes too?
Yes, please. All
right, me first. 2 15s plus those would become 16s. Those would hit. So
that's a couple of dead rats.
Yeah, 2 to one, 6 to another, and then the 3 remaining constrictors. That 17 looks good. So
the 17 will hit. So that's.
Let's see. 2 points.
Yeah, that's dead.
And then venomous. I don't know why that other one rolled. It was an 11 first, so I'm going to stick with that one.
Yeah, that's more than sufficient.
Dead rat.
Yeah. Just for S and G's, I'll roll a d20, and if it comes up at 20, I'll see if that actually saves. It didn't, so it doesn't matter.
My sticks are eating well.
Your sticks are eating well. Okay, Kevin, you want to go ahead and attack a couple of the remaining giant rats down here? There's not many.
Yep. Although I don't get the extra bonus because I'm not a fighter, right? So,
fun question for the crowd. What happens to the rats my sticks to snakes eat when they become sticks again? Do I just have like extra fat sticks?
They're spirit snakes. They ate the rats and the rats vanished. That hits. The 12 actually
23.
Yeah, the 12 will hit Don Drexel, so
okay. And I'm not doing subdual on these guys.
I assumed no.
All right, 6 for the first hit.
Destroyed.
And 3 for the second hit.
That ends all the rats. There is 1 giant rat and 3 humanoid lycanthropes down that way.
Rat. You dirty rat.
So
the dirty rat.
The ones near me and Dooms or Durek are dead. It's only the ones by Paul, or there's still some remaining here.
No, all of those are dead.
Okay. Go.
Just a moment, and I will rearrange the battlefield. Hold on.
Yeah, Durek did move, so yeah, he's not there anyway.
So now that we've pretty much cleared this room, we're going to take that little room right there that nothing's in and
shove all the corpses in it. Close the door. It barely fits.
We're going to hang a sign that says "Do not disturb."
We're going to treat it like a cat treats something. If it fits, Lee sits.
Yep.
My mother put me in a closet once.
It's an 88 Magnum.
Yeah, you don't want to continue that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to continue. I was going to leave the second part of that out.
The second part would be
I'm sorry, but that was some of Joe Piscopo's best work outside of Happy Gilmore, right?
It was absolutely his best work, yeah.
No, Piscopo wasn't in Happy Gilmore.
Who was that then? That played Shooter McGavin.
Oh no!
I think that is.
No, no, that's not Piscopo. Shooter McGavin.
Okay. Sorry, I've got it crossed in my head then.
Now I want to know.
I'm going to look it up because we've just got completely off track.
That's what Google's for.
Yeah, except, searching stuff on the internet
McDonald.
is...
Christopher McDonald, yes.
That's why
notoriously
trivia
unreliable.
night doesn't exist anymore, man. Because there's no more fights.
And he a notorious bad guy. I think he was the ugly plug ugly in a lot of teenage comedies from back in the day. But anyway,
My mother heard me on a hook once.
although there is an adorable scene in with him as the dad in SLC Punk, which if you're a D&D fan, you owe it to yourself to watch SLC Punk for one funny scene, and I'm not going to spoil it, but anyhow, all right, gentlemen, there is one giant rat, three were rats facing off against you. I'm guessing those that can melee are going to melee. And are you sicking snakes and spiritual hammer upon them there, TK?
I'm going to verbally urge them to surrender since speech is a free action.
Sure.
And yes, I am going to encourage the use of surrender through the gentle blows of a hammer.
So you're attacking the lycanthropes, but not the giant rat. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll initiative. And well, actually, it's your turn, please, TK, if you would.
I'm going to let the snakes handle the giant rat.
Let the snakes roll initiative.
Yeah, let's see. 5.
5. All right.
Now that it
This
doesn't
is-
matter. Damn it, Bill.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I have nothing to do with the fine, exceptionally financially well-off people at DD Dice. I'm kidding. That's a joke. All right. So let's see. Giant rat versus a snake. He knows what's going on. He misses. Lycanthrope versus Dooms. He misses. Lycanthrope versus Don Drexel. 18 becomes 16. Don Drexel's armor class is 3.
It's 1. Sorry.
It's
I was muted.
it's 1. So 16. Let's see. Still gets you.
Okay.
And that is going to be 1 point of damage.
Okay. I'm
But
just
now you have the
Paper cut
curse.
on your pinky.
I'm just kidding. And this last one goes against Paul, and that misses flat out. Gentlemen, let's broaden their minds, as in split their skulls open. Tim, you can roll for Paul. Let's start with you.
Okay. Big numbers, no whammies. A 2 and a 1.
Yikes. Maybe new dice? I don't know. Kevin, how about you?
Let's see. if I
Don
can
Drexel.
roll.
Don Drexel.
20,
That will hit. Roll your next
and
one.
then let me do the second one and it's a 20 again.
All right. Perfectly cromulent hits. Roll your damage. D8.
Okay,
Plus
I'm just
the-
gonna put them together. Total of 7. Ouch.
Total of 7. Yeah. All right.
That was with a +4, by the way.
Okay. And let's see. That was Don. That was you. That
Yep.
was Dooms. I'll roll for him. I'm rolling some dice here. Die, you vile creatures. All right. He hits one of them. By the light of Foltus, you shall taste justice.
You have such a soft spot for paladins, Bill.
I do. I
I
love
love
the
you, but it
paladin
really,
class.
really comes out.
Thank you.
And we're not allowed to say the word Kender.
No, you're not.
I mean, we are.
They can't be paladins.
What's the
So
worst
they're
you
not
can do?
even
Kill
part
my
of the
characters
discussion.
again?
Well, hey, let's see. What was that total there? That was 3 points of damage. You're not long for this world, you fiend.
Every fighter I've ever played has died. This one's currently living.
All right.
Hey, Dungeon Minister, didn't see you there.
Hey, Dungeon Minister,
Oh,
how
so
are you?
Do I get a chance to stab with my dagger?
Yes, you may stab with your dagger, Tim. You may stab Tim with your dagger. Please don't do that.
A 10.
A 10. Woohoo! Woo the who.
If
you
10? Warthog?
there you go. Rest in Bert.
Do I actually hit with that? I don't remember.
I miss Halo.
10. No, unfortunately not, Tim. That will miss.
I am useless without my spells.
A better roll would have gotten him, I promise. Okay.
Well,
Invest in
obviously,
darts.
Try harder, damn it!
All right. I'm gonna roll for my 87 snakes now.
Yes, please. Your forest of snakes.
15 and the 14. Do those hit the rat?
Yes.
Rat-
They're now fighting over it.
Man,
All
the
right.
snakes do
Venomous
better than I do.
15. Does that hit a were rat
Yes, it does.
for the venomous snake? All right. Well, have him save because I don't think the bite damage is going to do anything, but the
Not much, no.
the
In fact,
poison
nothing.
the
poison.
venom. Sorry.
That snake is poison. Yeah,
No, it's not.
I
It's
know.
venomous.
That's what she said.
Never trust a big tooth and a smile.
He does not make his save. He thrashes around for a minute as he falls to the ground and expires. There are 2 of them left.
I'm going to pull back my hammer and yell surrender and intentionally miss 2 times, and that's exactly what I'm telling myself.
There you go. All right.
Consider them warning shots.
Okay, you guys aren't sure. They're kind of trading looks. They're not liking their odds. So I'm guessing we're all meleeing. Tim, your rat was killed by snakes.
Ooh,
I know what they're fixing to do in the next round. Paul will pause for a minute and look at Durek and say, "Well, Captain, what do we do?" So let's go ahead and roll initiative, and I think it's your turn, Tim. Or did you last time?
No, it was me. So it's TK.
Oh yeah, TK. I'm sorry. Initiative
That's fine.
for you.
Say somebody else besides me, please, because my rolls
All right.
suck.
3.
All right, they act first, and they are attempting to flee. Paul says, "No, you don't." And hasted, he will attack twice. Tim, roll that, and you're going to add 4 to each one of these rolls, Tim.
Hey, that might actually give me a fighting chance here. A 19 and a 17. So finally, at the end, I'm actually...
Those absolutely hit. Are you attacking one or both?
I'll attack one. What am I rolling?
All right. Yes, you're going to be doing a D8 with lots of bonus damage. Paul is a brawny thewed fellow.
Nice.
12.
He does not get far. Let's say that.
Well, 8 on each, 6 on each one, I guess. But.
Yeah. So, how about rolling for Durek, if you would, there, TK?
Oh, I have enough stuff I'm rolling for. Make somebody else do it. I've got like
All right,
I've
Kevin.
got like 5 snakes and myself.
I'll do
Roll-
it. Don't
roll for
worry.
Durek.
Take that, fiend! 12. I don't know what his bonuses are.
That's gonna hit.
It should be a 13, probably. It's probably a D8, right?
13, 14 because of the last holy spell, and +4 because they're just fleeing. So yes.
Oh, okay. And he does +1 in damage, so it's an 8.
It is an 8. That cut.
One. Oh,
That cuts that one down.
all right. Second attack, he got a 22 or whatever bonus. That's
Uh,
+4.
Yeah, that absolutely hits.
All right.
There's only one left, by the way.
He does 2 damage.
All right.
My prayer is over if it matters. It only lasts 7 rounds. So.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much. The damage that Paul did was more than sufficient.
I don't think does a 15 hit from one of my constrictors against a fleeing opponent.
Yes, he is constricted, so he will take D3 damage.
3.
All right.
Nice.
And then from me, I only get the 1 attack, right?
No, you're still hasted. You get 2.
All right, and then 14 plus 4 is 18 plus 1's 19, which is going to hit.
Yes.
And then a fat 1. Nice. Does the venomous snake have a chance here or no?
Yeah, absolutely. This guy is fleeing from base to base contact with.
I just didn't know if he was running through the snakes or, you know.
Well, I mean, everybody.
How suicidal he's feeling. 8 plus 4 is 12.
8 plus 4 is 12. That is 2. I gotta let's see. It's 2 plus 1.
Yeah,
so
it's.
I'm gonna treat that as 3.
Probably against their rear AC if they even have one.
Well, that's again the +4.
That actually does hit. That actually does hit.
Okay.
So he needs to make a save.
Save the venom.
All right. Poison. Which he does. So he does take the damage from that. Or no, actually he doesn't take any damage from that because it's not magic fangs.
Correct.
Which I just now remembered. So fangs for the memories. Ha!
Wah, wah, wah.
You're fired.
These are the jokes, guys.
Thanks. I'm here all week. No, seriously, I'm here all week. Okay, so he begins fleeing, or rather, he takes the attacks and heads to the far corner of the room. I will move his miniature off the board.
Okay. So we only succeeded in capturing 1.
Capture.
We subdued 1.
Just stab it, man. Come on.
Yeah,
I have the right to cure it. I will do so. It's part of my duty.
Okay.
Right, I've been trying to stab stuff all night. I haven't done it yet. So.
No, that's okay. All right, gentlemen. So all of the creatures are dead. You have many doors out of this room. One, this fellow forced open in the far southeast corner over here, which that is not a great view. So let's go. Is it there? Nope. That camera's still robust. So yes, he fled through a door over here. But the rest of the room is now still. It is now quiet. Nothing, at least so far, is coming looking for you all. Durek says to you, quickly, bind that wretch up. The holy light of Fultus will burn the disease from him, but the curse will remain. That will have to be removed.
It will have to wait a day.
Well, I think perchance we could all use some rest here. As I recall, the old pirate whom we slew here, myself and my other boon companions, had a room in the far southeast corner. If it's still fit for occupation, perhaps there, or one of these other rooms here.
So what occupation does the room have?
I think it's a barmaid in its off time.
I was.
It's a container.
Let's go there. And
All
let's
right. Okay.
bar the door and let's rest. We must rest and get our spells back so I can accidentally barbecue everybody.
If we bar the door, we have to disbar it, and disbarring doors means paperwork.
It does.
That also means one fewer lawyer, so I'm really happy with that.
I'm okay
It's
with
not a
that.
problem.
All right. So moving to the southeast, Durek notes with grim satisfaction that the broken lock on this door was never replaced. So it is just a matter of spending a couple of rounds forcing the door open. The room itself could really best be described as a nest at this point. The somewhat finer appointments that Icar, the blind fighter who lived here, have been ill-treated by the former occupant, the Annis. The room has the distinct reek of a fall and refuse. However, in a heap of sticks in the corner that was probably her bed, you see many large sacks.
I'm going to search for traps before we start pulling these things apart.
Okay.
Let's see. My fart is what? It is 50%.
Yeah, it's not great, but you carefully search the room. You do not discover any traps on any surfaces or the like.
Okay. I think it's safe for us to start inspecting. So let's hound out the bags and see if people could find what's in them.
I think we rest first and deal with treasure second.
All right. Paul drives a couple of wedges in the door and says, well, hopefully, whatever it is, sees the dead rats and the dead Annis and decides not to come looking over here. Because otherwise, this is going to be our tomb unless any of you know of any secret doors out. As for me, he staggers over to the Icar's bed, which is still bolted to the floor and has kind of been used as an ad hoc table. He uses his sword to heave most of the detritus off of it and so on until it's fairly bare, and he lays his cloak out and gingerly lies down. I'm just going to lie here and try not to bleed to death.
Well, I will go ahead and cure him for 6 points, which is 4 more than he usually gets.
Thank you, Padre. I appreciate it. Now, Doom Sword, that is Durek, had used his lay on hands ability already today. So the rest of you cats can proceed to rest up. So you're not inspecting anything in the room, correct?
Not until we have our spells back, because they might come find us.
Yeah, I can do things like detect magic and, fun stuff like that. So.
Oh, you mean you're going to do that now?
No, I can't do that now. I'm out of gas.
Okay,
I can't do that until we rest.
All right. You said I'm gonna. I didn't mean I'm gonna after we rest. So
after we rest, yeah.
Alrighty. So the party has found themselves a bolt hole. How long will our brave adventurers be able to rest? Will they have enough time to cast some basic healing, patch themselves up, get a little bit of spiritual and thaumaturgical firepower before the next foray deeper into the Slavers Stockade? Or do they barely have time to catch their breaths? And what of their prisoner? Can they break him free of the dreaded curse of lycanthropy, or is it all in vain? Folks, tune in next week to find out the answer to this and other pressing questions, as next Tuesday night we play first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I want to thank everybody who was here tonight. Thank you to Thane Kyle, to Tim M. Holt, to Kevin, all of you guys for being here. Dooms, whatever technical issue took you out, brother, I will catch you up with what is going on. But especially, I want to thank everybody who was out in audience land tonight. I really appreciate it. Guys, remember, likes are free. They cost you absolutely nothing. So please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the show tonight. And I will be here, I will be here again tomorrow for heaven only knows what. But until then, everybody, please remember, watch your backs and keep an eye out for the dreaded were-owl bears. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.